interrupt your regular scheduled programming, but there is breaking news regarding the Alamo, a former Spanish missionary settlement around the city of San Antonio de Bexar. As you may or may not know, for the past 13 days, the Alamo has been under siege. There are about 280 brave Texan volunteers and soldiers, being led by William Travis and James Bowie, fighting to protect the Texas border against 2,400 Mexican soldiers that are being led by Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. Texas has been fighting for its independence because the Mexican government has been shifting towards a dictatorship and is blaming American immigrants for the Texans' unrest. The first official battle of the Texas Revolution occurred in October of 1835. The Texans have effectively defeated the Mexicans that were stationed in Texas. On December 9th, the troops remaining in the area of Bexar had surrendered. Santa Anna is angered by what he views as Americans interfering with Mexican affairs, and as a result, he has launched a campaign to retake Texas, starting with Bexar and the Alamo. Now over to Jim in the field.
Hi, Tom. I'm being held up here in a church with William Travis, one of the commanders of the Texan Army. The Mexicans attacked early this morning and killed the majority of the Texan soldiers, including Davy Crockett and James Bowie. Travis, can you please explain why James Bowie was sent here?
Well, he was originally sent here with 30 men to remove artillery from the Alamo and destroy the complex. But after arriving, James C. O'Neill, the original commander, convinced him that the location was strategically important, and if we didn't hold it, there would be nothing to stop Santa Anna from marching straight to Sabine. Now, I believe Bowie has been killed. He got very ill during the beginning of the siege.
What happened?
We sent Neil to request reinforcements from Sam Houston, knowing that there was an impending Mexican attack. When Santa Anna first arrived, we sent a messenger to negotiate, but Santa Anna would only accept unconditional surrender. At this point, we fired a cannon into the Mexican forces as a response. There was only 150 Texans and more than 1,500 Mexican troops. We started to prepare for a siege. The first full day of the siege was on February 24th. Also, on this day, I wrote a letter pleading to the people of Texas and Americans to join us. The next day, the siege continued. At first, we were able to match their cannon fire, but we had to conserve our powder. On March 3rd, Mexicans received an additional 1,000 troops. After this, we sent 3 men, including Davy Crockett, to search for additional troops that we believed to be on the way. They had found about 50 reinforcements that were prepared to join us and brought them to the Alamo. Early this morning, Mexicans advanced silently, and we were awoken by gunshots and the shouting of soldiers. They attacked 3 times, with 3 columns each time. The first 2 times, we were able to repel them. However, the third time, 3 columns massed together on the northern wall and broke in. Then we were overrun, and we retreated to the barracks and the chapel, which we are in now.
Thank you, Travis. Likely, the Mexican troops will break down the door and overrun us. It is not likely that we will be surviving this event. My fear is that Santa Anna will use this station and take over the rest of Texas, since he now has the Alamo. My only hope is that our bravery and courage will inspire the rest of the Texans and Americans alike to push the Mexicans out of Texas once and for all. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Jim. Our prayers are with you. We will always remember your bravery and courage at the Alamo.